Welcome back to IANA TV. I'm Amy Sweezy. My next guest is Kristy Knichel. Kristy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you are with Knichel Logistics. Last name. This is a family business?
It is.
Tell me about that. What do you do at the company?
So I am the CEO and president. I am 75% owner. We're a woman-owned company as well. And our niche is in intermodal. And I started about 28 years ago.
And why? This was your dad's company?
It was, yeah. My dad had worked in the industry, worked for the railroads, and decided to come on the 3PL side. So probably about after 5 years, he decided to open his own company. And at, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years later is when I decided to just continue to move up in the company and take the business over as CEO.
Okay. And so from your perspective, from what you do in your business, what would you say, how would you describe the landscape of the intermodal world right now?
So it's definitely challenging when the truck rates are still lower than the intermodal rates. In a lot of lanes, they shouldn't be. It makes it really hard to retain business that you either had in that lane or continue to gain new business in those lanes. I will say I think we're kind of an anomaly right now in the industry because we've had significant growth this year, actually. We're up 23% over last year, which is not what I'm hearing from everybody else. Most companies are staying status quo, just kind of retaining what they have. But for us, we've had some massive growth this year. But with that being said, it's been challenging because customers are expecting decreases in pricing, and some of the rail partners are throwing out increases. So for us, it's, having to eat away at our margins, which makes it very difficult, especially in a time where customers are not bringing on new providers, because with everything going so well and it's not being so busy, they're not looking to onboard new carriers at this time. So
what do you attribute your growth to? You said it's kind of unique.
Yeah. I would say, we've had a lot of organic growth with customers that we've had for a long time that are continuing to give us opportunities because we're doing a good job. There has been some, other carriers out there that are failing or not doing the best job with communication. I would say since we're not asset-based, we have to have really good communication and customer service, even if it's bad news. So we really focus on that for our customer group. And I think the other part of it is I've been out in sales myself. I was able to bring in a large account this past year that started in January. So again, it's really hitting the sales hard, finding the right target accounts to go after, and just continuing to be on top of our customers and really grow with them.
With all of the challenges that everybody sees and is talking about, what are you excited about as we move into the future?
I think I'm excited about just continuing to get out there and really see what we can do to bring on more business, because again, a lot of our partners are not growing. They're struggling more than I would say typically at my company. And I think I attribute that to me being out there as a CEO in front of customers, making sure we're seeing them face to face, thanking them for the business. To me, that's really important. So just excited about this continuing to grow, because I do think the future of the sustainability side is going to continue to grow in intermodal. It hasn't grown, I think, as much as it should have, but I think in the future, it's going to grow a lot more once we kind of get out of this, slump we're sort of in.
All right. I know you've been an IANA member for many years.
Yes.
What is it that keeps you coming back? Why is it so important to be a member of this organization?
I think it's important because the avocation in the industry, working with the railroads, obviously working with the government on things that can help us as partners with the railroads, being able to meet all the railroads and all of our dray partners that come in across the whole country in one place. We typically have about 36 meetings in 3.5 days when we're here. So you're hitting everyone without having to fly across the country everywhere to visit everybody. And then you get to see your competitors. And we are friends with our competitors and get to talk with them and see what's going on there and how we can help each other. I think it's a really great networking platform for people to be in and really just learn from each other. There's a lot of good education here to learn about how you can do more intermodal and why it's so important to have that as an option in your tool belt.
And in what ways have you been involved with the organization or some of your engagement?
So I've been speaking on panels from, time to time, not each year, but, every so many years. I also, am planning to run for the board next year.
Oh, great.
For the Intermodal 3PL seat. So I'm excited about that because I think that's important that I be a part of that because I'm on other boards and have been with the TIA. I was actually the Intermodal chair of that board. So I'm excited to get more involved where I can, and especially with Ann Ranke coming over here. I worked with her at the TIA, so I'm super excited at some of the changes that I think are going to occur here to really amplify that voice in the intermodal space.
And we're here at the Intermodal EXPO 2025. What is it that keeps coming you back? I know that you have been to many expos over the years.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really the networking with all of our partners across the whole country and the railroads all in one place.
What would you say to somebody who's never been to an expo before, but they're in the intermodal business?
Oh, they definitely need to be here. If they're not here, they're missing out on what is happening. What are other companies doing? What's on the horizon for the railroads? There's a lot of new carriers we get to meet here as well, which I think can help your business in a lot of different ways. So I think those things are extremely important to be here because if you're not, I feel like you're just completely losing out on a big piece that's really going to drive your business on the intermodal side.
All right, Kristy Knichel, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
We appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm Amy Sweezy, and you are watching IANA TV.